Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, I welcome Mr. Akash Devmare and he will speak on the topic AI for agriculture. I now request the speaker to begin. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Akash, and thank you to the Agriculture Information Forum for having me today. In this session, we are going to talk about the AI for agriculture, and the entire session will cover all the AI implementation in the agriculture sector currently happening now. So before going to the actual content, let me introduce myself. My name is Akash Devmare. I'm from Nashik, Solapur. I work as a product manager for one of the agri-tech companies in Nashik, that is Vesatogo Innovations, and we have shipped the agriculture softwares for farmer producer organizations, agribusinesses, and the FPOs. So this is what we have done, and basically I've worked with the multiple companies which are working in the agriculture sector, and there my main core sector was implementing the software solutions to them. So this was my brief background. So we will go to the next thing. So, what we will cover in this session. So, first of all, we will see that why AI in agriculture is going to happen now, right? Then, what is happening in the global market, then India's own national push towards the AI, and we will take a guided tour to the 9 real use cases across the entire farm value chain, from pre-season planning to the post-harvest storage. So how AI can be used into the actual agriculture from pre-harvest to post-harvest. That use cases we are going to see in this session, and then we will go into the real case studies, including one of my own company and to the other companies that are working into the agri-tech sector, and they are implementing the AI solutions to the agriculture sector. So we will see one by one, and we will see how things go on. So, if we see, Indian agriculture sectors faces a lot of challenges. So these are the lot of challenges that are happening from a lot of times, like the fragmented land holding by the farm, the fragmented land holding by the farmer have, then the climate volatility due to erratic monsoons and the heat stress, and the new pest pressures are breaking the experience-based farming. So these are all issues that are currently have the Indian agriculture have, and if we see the information asymmetry. So basically, the farmer's biggest enemy is not the risk itself, but knowing about the when to act actually. So this is one of the farmer gets the information at the wrong time, so he's not able to act on at the perfect time. So that is one of the information
Sir,
asymmetry
sorry to
happening.
interrupt you. Background, some voices coming, sir.
Yeah,
Can
let
you
me.
just...
Okay, give me a 1 minute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
So, ma'am, is it okay now?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry for the disturbance. So, these are the challenges Indian agriculture face. That if we see the post-harvest losses, a significant share of product value is still being lost between the farm and the market. So every single season. So because of that, the input cost is increasing, and the farmer is getting a lot of losses in this post harvest losses. So these are the major issues basically faced by the Indian agriculture from the lot of time. So why this is happening now? Why not 5 years ago, right? So I think three enabling layers matured at exactly at the same time. So if you see the reach, right? So the affordable smartphone after the Geo introduction in 2017, the affordable smartphones and mobile data are now extended to the rural India, right? So that's why the reach has been there. Then the second one is sensing. The low cost sensors and satellite imagery have made real world farm data cheap to collect. So there are some say the sensors are becoming cheap, so that's why the collection of the sensing data has increased in the recent years. And the third one is intelligence. So if you see, the computer vision and the generative AI now can finally turn all messy data that we collect from the agriculture, and we give that data to the AI, so it will give us the solution from a single instruction by the farmer. So farmer have to just say the query about uh, whatever about his farm, and the AI will give from the entire knowledge he has from the background, and he will give the answer to the farmer. So that's how the reach and the intelligence has made easy to the farmer to go and ask to the AI. So that's why I think AI for implementation, AI in agriculture has the right time to implement there. So in the entire session, we are gonna. So I think there are some students, working agriculturalists and entrepreneurs in this session. So I think let me align you with the vocabulary we are gonna talk about in this session. So if we see the what is machine learning. So machine learning is a software that learns pattern from the historical data instead of being explicitly programmed. So it is learned onto the historical data, not the programmed machines. The second one is computer vision. Computer vision is a machine learning applied to images that what's power the pest and disease identification from phone camera. And the third one is predictive analysis. So how a predictive analysis basically uses the historical data and the real-time data to forecast something. So if you see, predictive analysis is not happened in the past. It is like we are predicting something in the future. So that's what the predictive analysis is. And next is generative AI and LLMs. So this is what actually every user is using in the chat gpt, like the platforms like chat gpt and the Gemini. These are the backend brain behind the base platforms, and everyone is using it. And the last one is IoT and robotics. These are the sensors and machines that collects data or take physical actions guided by all of the above. So basically, the robotics and IoT acts based upon the data we are given to them. So all of you keep all of these data points in your head. We are gonna talk about them in the entire session. So let's put a number on all of this, because I think it's easy to hear the AI in agriculture and assume it's interesting pilot somewhere. But this is not a niche trend. It's actually one of the fastest growing vertical in applied AI anywhere in the world. The global AI in agriculture market is sitting at around, I think, 3.11 billion dollars, and I think in the 2031 it is going to reach around 8.39 billion dollars by 2031. That's a 22% compound annual growth rate year after year. And here's the part that should matter most to everyone in the room. I think Asia Pacific. If we talk about our area, Asia Pacific, largely because of India's scale and government push, the fastest growing region on the planet. You can see the 22% scale up to the from 2026 to 2031. And we are not just watching the trend, but we are seeing the actual push towards the uh, push in the agriculture market in the AI. So why this growth curve matters here, right? So if you see, if you're a student or an entrepreneur in the room, this is your market opportunity. If you're practicing agriculturist, this is your sign that the tools here are to stay, not just a passing pilot. So the AI tools are going to stay here for a long time, and they are not just piloting tools. So if you see, the actual money is going where, right? So the 43% of AI in agriculture spend is on the precision farming applications. So the 43% is on the precision farming agriculture. Then 59% of is on the deployed cloud-based, which is a lowering to the barrier entry to the smaller players like some you might become. And the uh, and the 22.5% greenhouse management. So this is how the trends on which the actual spend is happening in the agriculture sector. So let's bring this to the India. If we see the India's trends, I think this is where the story gets exciting. India has moved from scattered pilots to the national scale digital infrastructure. I think very fast. Uh, like we have seen in the UPI payments and the Aadhaar identity, you can see the masses uses this technology and it is adopted. So under the digital agriculture mission, I think 7.63 crore farmer IDs has been created and 23.5 crore crop plots have been surveyed under this scheme. And I wanted to sit for a second because it matters more to me than any single AI model we talk about today. It's tempting to get exciting about the clever algorithm, but algorithm only matters when the data under it is actual authentic. By verified farmer data, we can get the actual plot data from the farmer. The disease alerts we can give to the farmers. We can give the insurance payouts to the farmer, and the advisory given to the farmers can become targeted and simple manner and to the right person. So if you see the survey happening around 23.5 crores is actually going to be the foundation for the AI in agriculture. So government I think is doing very good uh, uh, thing in the recent agriculture mission, and all of these surveys are going and they are going to be the foundation for the AI in the agriculture. If you see on the actual foundation and the surveys, the three things that are live and real at the scale, if you see, one of the product is Kisan E Mitra is a voice-enabled chatbot, is which has 11 regional languages, which has answered almost 93 lakhs plus queries up to the December 2025. That is 8,000 queries a day. This is what the product has achieved by the government of India, Kisan Mitra. And the second one is National Pest Surveillance System, covers almost 66 crops and over 143, I think 432 pest types, and almost supporting 10,000 extension workers with the real-time data and the image-based diagnosis. And the AI powered monsoon forecasting pilot during 2025, which was conducted in 2025 in Kharif season. Almost 3.88 crore farmers within the 13 states via reached via SMS. So uh, they have told about the AI monsoon forecasting, and through that, farmer have almost 31 to 52% farmers have changed their planting decision based upon the message received from the government. So that's how, at scale, these technologies are helping to the farmer to change their decisions. So, if you see on the financial side, so these are all the impacts we have talked about. On the financial side, the YesTech and the Cropin. So, these are the two recent technologies developed by the government of India. So, the YesTech is the yield estimation system based on technology, and the Cropic is collection of real-time observation and photographs of crops. So these are the two technologies that are used in recent Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana to basically uh, get the yield estimations and the satellite-based damage assessment to speed up the crop insurance claims under the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. So if you see in the Fasal Bima Yojana from 2016 to 17, almost 1.90 lakh crore uh, money is given to the farmers. Almost 990 crores have been spent by the government at the three dedicated AI Center of Excellence from financial year 2024 to 28, and almost I think a lot of startups has been given the funds by the government of India for doing the implementation in the agri-tech along with the AI. And almost and if you see, and specifically in the this union budget of 2027, 26 and 27, uh, government of India has proposed something called Bharat Vistar. This is a multilingual AI layer meant to unify the India's agriculture portals into single AI-driven advisory experience. So that's the direction the whole ecosystem is hitting. So not a lot of apps, a single app that can farmer download, and they will get everything AI driven consultancy through the Bharat Vistar app. So if we see in Maharashtra, we call it Mahavistar, which is already started implemented in every districts of Maharashtra, and the farmers are downloading the app and they are getting the consultancy through the app, and they can do, and they also have the AI chatbot in that, and farmer can ask the questions in their regional language and the app and get their query resolved. So this is what basically the ecosystem is heading towards the agriculture push for AI. So that's the landscape. Now we will get into the actually it came from. Uh, So I will guide you through the 9 real use cases where we can apply the AI in current agriculture supply chain. From the 4 stages, we call it pre-season, where you plan and prepare; growing season, where you monitor and protect the crops; the harvest season, where you predict and ensure; and the last step is post-harvest, where you store and sell your produce. And we'll go one by one and see these use cases, how AI can be implemented in all of this supply chain. So the first use case out of 9. So the first one is precision farming and smart irrigation. Before a single seed goes into the ground, crop recommendation tools now analyze soil, historical climate, market data, and suggest the variety most likely actually perform on that specific plot. So by analyzing the before planting the seed, actually we can analyze its soil, historical climate, its market data, and now AI can suggest which actually variety will be good for planting on that specific plot. So this is how the AI can help in the before starting the actual season. So I think, and for the irrigation decisions, we can see today on fixed calendar. So basically, this replaces the real plot level data updated continuously. And if we see, there are a few companies that are working in this sector. One is Farm Blocks. So Farm Blocks is a cloud connected sensor kit that helps the to collect the irrigation and helps the farmer to uh, basically give the precision of irrigation to their uh, farm, and crop in satellite based canopy and water state analysis, which can flag the problem days before it visible to the human eye, and the field level result is real, not theoretical. So the data driven irrigation and fertilizer programs have driven yields gain up to the 25% in documented deployments, where using less water and less fertilizer to get there. So this is how technologies like farm blocks, cropping are helping the farmers in the precision farming and the smart irrigation. The next use case we can see is the pest and disease detection. So I have to pick the single most farmer visible AI use case in the entire talk is this one. So how simple is actually, so if you see how it is simple, so farmer have to, if let's suppose a farmer sees something wrong on his plot on a particular crop, he just have to simply open the app, point their camera to the crop, and within a minute, computer vision identifies the disease or the pest and recommends treatment in their own regional language. So there is no need for the lab, no waiting for the agriculturist to give him visit and basically tell him what is wrong in his plot. So this is how basically this is one of the better use case for the farmers that AI is enabling in the agriculture. And so there are in practice, we can see the Plantix does exactly this for the 40 crops over the 400 diseases, and it is already widely used across the India. So Plantix offers the 40 crops in their system, and they have recognized 400 plus diseases, and farmers widely use this platform uh, for their daily analysis. And uh, the next in practice is Vadvani AI, which is a non-profit AI research institute, which is piloting its early cotton pest detection with almost 18,000 farmers across three states, which is Telangana, Maharashtra, and Gujarat, and India's own national pest surveillance system running this full at government scale. So what convinces me that this isn't the hype, is the accuracy. 90 to 95% plus on well-trained crops like apple scab or the wheat trust, and where it's adopted early, disease-driven crops threats have been cut by as much as 80%. So that much has the disease has been cut by the suggestions of the AI from all of this platform. And the if you see the third use case, which is yield prediction and satellite monitoring. So this is where the AI start working from the space, basically. So the satellite imagery analyzed by AI now tracks the crop's growth stage and predicts its yield before harvest. So before the actual crop is gonna harvest, we can analyze that how much produce is gonna produce from this particular region or a particular farm. So that amount of level the satellite monitoring has gone to. So uh, if we find if we have to see the example of it, the Cropin is working with the PepsiCo across 27,000 contract potato farmers, and basically they are monitoring the produce of potato with the help of Cropin, and and they are able to predict the actual harvest before the 45 days. So that's how the institutional buyer like PepsiCo, they are able to plan their harvesting production planning and the next phase of their planning before the actual production is going to happen. This is how AI is helping the institutional buyer and the farmers to plan their sale and logistics with far less guesswork. So this is the one of the use case we can basically use in the for the yield prediction and satellite monitoring with the help of AI. The next use case is the weather and climate risk forecasting. So we have talked about this earlier. So India's national push, what it belongs to, basically the genuine use case has to be there. So traditional weather forecasts are usually district level, broad and generic, and not very useful for the decision about one specific field. But if we see AI enhanced hyperlocal forecasting changes that. It's not precise enough to change the real planting decision for tens of million farmers, but for a single season. The number that stayed with me from the Kharif 2025 monsoon pilot that we talked about earlier, that is 3.99 crore farmers got the intimation from the government of India on their phone via SMS. There was no smartphone, there was no app required for the SMS to get. Just a simple phone. On that, the monsoon prediction has been received by the farmers, and that helped the farmer to actually get a better decision when to plant their do the planting on their farms. So this is how the AI gonna help to the farmers for the weather and climate risk forecasting. And the next use case is crop insurance and claim automation. So let's see how a traditional crop insurance looks like. Like the companies persons go to the manual field survey, weeks of waiting, and often dispute happens between the farmers and the survey companies that actually how much damage has been happened. But if we see the scheme size of Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, the delay is not affordable. So uh, so basically, between the actual realization of money to the farmer and the next season arrives, so the farmer can actually go into the debt before the actual money goes into the farmer's account of the crop insurance. So this is where the yes tech and the crop in technologies come into the play. So they are replacing the slow and manual field surveys with the AI driven satellite yield estimation and damage assessment. It's faster because it's based on satellite data rather than the one person goes onto the field, and it's also the much harder to dispute. So remember, we have discussed about the number we have, that is 1.9 1.9 lakh crore rupees paid out of Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. So that much money can be given to the farmers in less time with the help of the yes tech and crop in technologies introduced by the government of India. So AI isn't just changing the whether that money gets paid. It's changing how quickly it reaches to the farmer and who actually needs it. So that this is how the precision is coming to the crop insurance and the claim automation with the help of AI. And the next use case is basically conversational and generative AI advisory. So if we talk about this, the conversational AI and generative AI advisory, the Kisan e-Mitra we talked about and the Plantix advisory layer are early examples and the research projects across India, and now building chatbots that can hold a real multi-turn conversation with the farmer in their own language, in their own words, instead of just returning a static answers from the app. They're not going to help to the farmer. So why does this matter so much, so much and so more than it might sound? Because it removes the two biggest adaptation barrier at once. So one is literacy and second one is language. So usually English is the main language by every app. So AI is going to help to introduce to the more languages to the farmer in their own language, and there is no need of literacy if we are going to talk in our regional language with the farmers. So I think I generally see that this category is going to expand very fast over the next 2 or 3 years, and for the students and for the agri-tech companies, this is one of the biggest area where we can implement the uh, AI use cases, and farmers are gonna definitely adopt this. And the next use case and the is the market linkage and the price intelligence. So we all know about the DHAT. So DHAT connect 1.8 million farmers uh, across 12 states and directly to the institutional buyers using AI driven advisory paired with physical network of 11,000 plus villages across 533 FPOs. So that's much that is big, the network of DHART. And if you see the single most important idea in the entire section is the strongest deployment in the whole field proves that AI works best with agriculture when a human network is available there, not when it tries to replace one. So basically DHAT also have the on ground network across the all the states, and also their app DHAT through which they have onboarded the 1.8 million farmers. So this helps the adaptation of AI by the farmers. So if you see, DHAT has grew from 65,000 farmers in 2019 to 1.8 million farmers today. And the growth didn't happen because the app got smarter in isolation. It happened because the AI-driven advisory was always paired with real person. A farmer could walk up to the village center with the combination. Means farmer can go to the DHAT's person, so the center available in their village, and basically with the intelligence software plus a trusted human resource available there, uh, I think this is gonna unlock the adaptation of AI in the field of agriculture. So the earth has one of the good example for that. So the next uh, use case is the post-harvest quality and supply chain, uh, and and I think it is one of the underrated use case in the whole talk. So some of the highest return AI applications in agriculture aren't in the headline. So basically, they're operational ones. So that's quietly protect the value that already been created. So if you see which who are already working in this sector, so the ARIA.AG's ARIA-Q is the perfect example. So it uses the computer vision to grade grain quality right at the point of storage. So there is no laboratory infrastructure required at all, just a camera and a model, and the results are good. So basically, the results are very good. So it's brought down losses from around 7% to under 1%. So think about the losses happened before the introduction of this ARIA-Q platform by the ARIA.AG. So the farmer, so the actual loss was happening around 7%. That has come down to almost 1%. So that much of produce we are gonna that are going to benefit to the farmers, and we are going to do less losses due to the post harvest losses. So I think it is one of the good example that how technology can help in the post harvest and the supply chain technology. And the one of the last use case I think is the autonomous robotics and the livestock monitoring. But if we see, this is very early stage in India compared to outside. So basically, there are few laser and mechanical weeding robots. Like one of the harvested robotics is one of the company. They are deploying their pilot in the India, and by that with the laser technology, they are reducing the herbicides from the field. And on the livestock side, vision-based monitoring is catching illness earlier in the dairy and poultry operations. So we are in that they are using the exact same computer vision technique we already talked about. So in that, instead of crop, actually the computer vision has been pointed towards the animals, and they're detecting the actual disease or the problem the particular the livestock have. So I think this is one of the sector where a lot of work will happen in the future, and I think uh, India is gonna work in this sector a lot with the help of AI. So if you see the economic side of this, so with the help of AI guided precision programmers, I think there was the 25% uh, increase in the per acre. You can say the income of the farmer. Then the fertilizer cost reduction by the advisory programs. So there was, I think, almost minus 50% uh, reducing cost of the fertilizer by the help of AI advisory, and minus 80% reduction in disease-driven crops threats where the computer vision detection was adopted early. And there is more than 1% storage losses with the help of AI grain grading, down from the 7% without it, which was done by the ARIAQ's platform. So then we'll see the case studies in which basically the deployments are already done by a few companies with the help of AI. So as we already discussed, it had started with the 65,000 farmers in 2019, and today it serves 1.8 million plus across 12 states, and through AI-driven crop state-specific advisory delivered through the huge village-level network we have mentioned earlier. So if you take away one line from this case study, I think AI is the brain, but the last mile human network is still the body. So we need a combination of this. So AI as the brain and the last mile human network is still the body. So with the we need both, and through that we can implement the AI to the last mile person, which is farmer. So and the next one is the Vadvani AI. So if you talk about the Vadvani AI, which is a non-profit research institute, so they have partnered directly with the cotton farming programmers like IDH and the Better Cotton Initiative to pilot early pest detection with the 18,000 farmers. So, but what I respect about their approach is that they build deliberately plug into the existing government workflow rather than creating the parallel system along with the existing system. So that's how the what one AI is helping to the cotton initiative and early pest detection. The next two more examples that are important is that we already discussed is the Cropin and PepsiCo. They partnered together, and the 27,000 contracted farmers monitored by satellite, giving 45 days of field foresight before a single potato is harvested. So this shows that AI in agriculture isn't only farmer facing; it's becoming a core B2B procurement infrastructure for some of the largest buyers in the world. And the Aria.ag is the second example. With the help of computer vision, grain scanning, we have mentioned, they are cutting the storage losses from the 7% to 1%. So if you put this side by side, you can see the same lesson from two completely different directions. Whether it's global beverage company or a regional grain trader, the highest return AI use case again and again are the operational one, quietly protecting the unlocking the value that was already there rather than promising something entirely new. So that's how both of these companies have uh, implemented the AI in their use cases. And basically the third use case is uh, one of our company's use case. So basically none of our product we don't use the AI very aggressively, but we have planned for two of our products to introduce the AI in their front. So one of our application Togo and one of our application Vipos. So in both the application, the Togo is the farmer facing application through which farmer can book their produce, and buyers can place their demands. So we are planning to add a AI layer in the uh, app. In that, the basically the farmers can predict their demands by the predictive analysis, and farmers will help to get the so we are also adding the few mandi rates and all of these things in the farm facing app of our Togo. And the second product is Vipos in that in which is a POS system for the agri-specific retail chains. And in that we have already introduced a layer, AI layer. In that we have added a feature called Ask Your Shop, where a franchisor can ask any question about their shop, that how much sale has been happened, uh, basically in any language, that how many pending dues I have. So it's a simple platform where he can simply chat with his shop. So this is how the AI integration we are doing in our own platform. So basically, and we have also a lot of supply chain tools which have been implemented to the lot of agribusinesses and the FPOs. In that products also, we are gonna add a AI layer through which that can help to the farmers and to the business side also. So, if you talk about my personal experience, so what building agri-tech products has taught me. So, before any AI use case works, uh, there has a foundational work that has to happen first, and largely where my own experience sits. So basically, one of my early in my career. at Sayadri Farms from Nashik. I helped to roll out the Vesatogo software across 10,000 plus farmers and the 30 plus employees to adopt the software. So, and in the Visargo innovations, I now lead the software that are used by the APOs and the agribusiness clients. And here are the honest pattern I keep seeing, and and almost exactly the one we see in the DAT. So every AI feature is as only good as the data discipline and the field trust underneath it. If APO's record are inconsistent, the farmer doesn't trust the app enough to open it. No model accuracy number matters. So before you ever ask which AI model should we use, we have to ask. We have to see that does we have the clean, trusted, and regularly updated data flowing from the
Sir,
field.
sorry to interrupt you. We are completing 50 minutes, sir. If you can quickly finish, I'll take a few questions from the participants.
Okay,
Okay.
sure, ma'am, sure. Yeah. So basically, what I was saying ki, uh, before doing any AI implementation, your foundation has to be strong. In that, your data has to be trusted, your data has to be disciplined, and your data has to be accurate. So once the data is good, we can build AI layer on top of it. So this is my learning from my entire journey while implementing the software solutions in the agriculture sector. Yeah. So I'll skip few slides as we have some less time, and you can basically start the questions. Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir, for your wonderful presentation. I will take up the few questions from participants. So the
Sure, ma'am.
first question is, can AI help farmers ready? Sir, in the meantime, can you please stop sharing the screen so that we can see your full video?
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
It's some background noise is there, sir.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. You can stop sharing the screen so that we can see your full video. Shall I move on to the questions, sir?
Yeah, ma'am. I have stopped my sharing. Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll move on to the questions now. Just a minute,
Yeah.
sir. Can AI help farmers reduce the use of fertilizers, pesticides, and water?
Yes, ma'am. Definitely. So if we have seen the
Got my point, sir?
use. Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, I got your point. So, with the help of IoT IoT devices, uh, before before actually growing, before actually sowing the plant, uh, by measuring the soil health, how much moisture is there, and how much nutrient is actual soil need. So, based upon the analyzing that actual data, the AI can tell you how much actual quantity of fertilizer needs to be applied in the actual plot. So farmer will get exactly how much quantity needs needed for their plot. So the not the wastage amount of fertilizer can be applied in their farm, and that will not harm the actual crops within the farm. So the IoT devices can help to reduce the uh, excess application of fertilizer and the right use of quantity of fertilizer.
Okay. Can AI predict crop yields more accurately than traditional methods?
Sorry, ma'am. Can you repeat?
Can AI predict crop yields more accurately than traditional methods?
Ma'am, we can't. Yeah, ma'am. So the traditional methods, there are no such traditional method that how much. There are few traditional methods through which we can analyze the yields, but with the help of satellite-based imagery that we see in the PepsiCo and the Cropin case. So basically, there are no real numbers where in that, but up to 90 to 95% accuracy of fields has been achieved in the PepsiCo and Cropin pilot. So I think with more and more data, the AI can help to analyze the yields for the much larger farms, I think. And I think in the future, the AI is going to predict the accurate yields for the farms with larger number of lands. Yeah, ma'am, I think that is going to happen.
Okay. Yes, sir, what are the biggest challenges in implementing AI in Indian agriculture?
So, ma'am, one of the most difficult challenges is adaptation by the farmer. So, that I have already faced with our company, and every agritech founder can relate with me. So, basically, that's where the regional language plays role plays, and the convenience of giving a feature to the farmer. So, like we ask, so farmers are asking to the Kisani Mitra in their own languages with the not just typing but with the voice, like we are chatting to our friend, like we're chatting to one of the agronomists, so they can talk with the Gemini, Chat GPT, and discuss about their farm, discuss about their fields. So the models are going to help the farmers to give the solutions about their problems. So I think this is one of the problems, but I think these platforms are solving these problems. So one is the literacy, one is the adaptation by farmers. So these are the few, and one is the cost. So right now the cost of AI is free for all the end users like us, like we are using ChatGPT, Gemini free. But when the cost is going to associate with it, I think that will be difficult for the end farmers. That how are they going to use the AI in agriculture?
Okay. How affordable are AI-based agricultural solutions for farmers in rural areas?
Currently, ma'am, the chat-based solutions and the query-based solutions currently are free for the farmers. Uh, but if we see the IoT-based and the other solutions that are quite costly right now, but in the future, if the costs curve are going to cut down, I think the adaptation of the IoT-based and AI solutions are definitely going to happen. But the query based and the informational based models are currently free for every farmers.
Okay. Which agricultural sectors in India are adopting AI most rapidly?
Which agriculture sectors? Ma'am,
Yes.
yeah. So basically, we have seen that in the entire value chain I have showed from the pre-harvest to the post-harvest. So I think at the time of pre-harvest and at the time of growing, the farmers are actually using the AI for their queries and all that we have already discussed, and a few institutional buyers and few companies are using AI for the post-harvest detection, like we have seen the ARIAQ platform where they are using it for grain quality checking at the storage level, and the post harvest losses, and for the yield prediction we have seen in the PepsiCo and Cropin case. So all of also in entire every sector the AI is gonna uh, basically there we are going to use the AI in every sector. But I think currently the very less used sector in AI is the robotics. So I think robotics is very uh, less used in the Indian agriculture. But I think in the future the robotics is also going to happen, like we have seen with the laser based weed elimination system. So I think the most used is we can say is the queries where the farmer asks the AI models about their farms. So this is the most used platform and sector.
Okay. What government initiatives are encouraging the use of AI in agriculture?
Yeah, ma'am. So the I talked about the Bharat Vistar app, so which is introduced in this financial budget. So it is the push by the government of India for the Indian farmer, the Bharat Vistar app, through which this is a multi-layer AI app. Farmer don't need to download any other apps. They have to just download this Bharat Vistar app, through which they are getting every AI related need and the query about their agriculture, queries about their farms. Everything is going to connect on that app. So this is one of the push by the Indian agriculture, and the one I talked about. Let me just check the cropping and the cropping and yes tech. That is collection of rural real-time observation and photographs of crops, and the yield estimation system based on technology. So these two technologies used by the government of India in the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana to accelerate the surveys and give the actual realization of money to the farmer. So the Bharat Vistar, the cropping, and the yes tech technologies. These are the push of the government of India in the agriculture, and also the digital farmer IDs that has been created, and the surveys of the plots that are happening under the Indian Digital Agriculture Mission. So this is the push by the government of India, and I think this is a great foundational work for the AI. On top of that, everyone can build a lot of solution in the Indian agriculture.
Okay. Can AI help small and marginal farmers, or is it mainly beneficial for large commercial farmers?
No, ma'am. AI is for everyone. Uh, for right now, AI is free for basic introduction for the initial level. So this is for everyone. Everyone can use the AI and ask their queries in agriculture for the by the farmer. So basically, everyone can use. The agri-tech startups can build a product uh, through AI. Entrepreneurs, government can push the technologies of AI to the farmers. Farmer can use its AI to get the better yields from his farm and better decisions of what to plant in this season. And there are a lot of use cases of AI in for everyone.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. We have now completed the round of questions. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, we'd like to thank Mr. Akash Devmare for the talk and for answering the questions. This meeting will now be closed.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
Yeah, most welcome, sir.